Okay, so headline from a recent Guardz MSP survey seems to be that the MSPs themselves are struggling to manage the sheer number of cybersecurity point solutions, which they are, employing on behalf of their customers to, trying to help them with their security ones. So I guess it'd just be good to understand how bad is that situation, if you like.
Yeah, first of all, before we get into the situation of how bad this is, we need to understand the context. And the context, I think, regardless to Guardz or regardless to anything, is the cybersecurity landscape. And we know that in the recent decade, the cybersecurity landscape has become hectic and aggressive, and we've seen thousands of attacks around the world on weekly basis, and everyone is basically a target. Small and medium businesses are main targets for many, many of the hackers. And this brings us to the topic that you have mentioned, and the topic of point solutions. We need to understand that there has been a myth or a common thesis around the world of organization that as more layers of cybersecurity or point solutions you put on the organization, the more secure are you. Put more point solutions, put a solution for mobile, put a solution on cloud, put a solution to your network, put more and more layers, and the more layers you will put, the more secure your organization will be. This has proven to be a bit challenging, to say the least, because all these point solutions are creating their output, the alerts that someone needs to manage and someone needs to understand and someone needs to attend to. And this is really turning into a situation where organizations are drowning under enormous amount of data. The term alert fatigue comes in mind when I'm thinking about this issue. And therefore, MSPs, which are responsible and for the security of these organizations, really deal with this topic of too many point solutions that needs to be handled.
Yeah, and I guess the situation has come about from what you just alluded to there is that more and more SMBs have worked out that they don't have the requisite in-house skills, capacity, whatever, to deal with the cybersecurity challenge, shall we say, themselves. So they have, in essence, en masse, almost outsourced it to the MSPs. So the MSPs are the folks. So once upon a time, it was maybe an enterprise SMB that was having to grapple with how many cybersecurity solutions they wish to deploy. Now that problem has been sort of neatly moved over to the MSPs to come up with the solution. Is that an accurate description?
Absolutely. MSPs and IT professionals are becoming the guardians and so responsible for the security of these organizations, mainly small and medium businesses. The reason for that, as you mentioned, these organizations don't have the manpower, don't have the skills, and don't have the budget in order to be responsible for this dire responsibility. And as I've mentioned previously, this is becoming a dire need for these businesses, and it doesn't really matter. It's not a matter of geography. It goes around all around the world. But we know that SMBs are the backbone and the core of businesses, both in North America and in Europe. They are the majority of businesses, and they need security. And MSPs are becoming the sole responsible, I would say, individuals that are responsible for that.
So they are the folks that are wrestling with the transit. I mean, there are many of them, but I guess some of the sort of more obvious ones would be data leakage, phishing attacks, ransomware never disappears. And
Absolutely.
in simple terms, I guess they are just struggling to keep up, with what is a rapidly evolving landscape. So, yeah, again, perhaps without depressing us too much, how much of a challenge is it for the MSPs?
As I said before, everyone is a target these days, and hackers do everything they possibly can in order to gain data and to create as much damage for many different reasons against those organizations. And doing that has become a real challenge on day-to-day basis. Ransomware in the recent decade has become a plague around the world, a pandemic. Phishing has become the most common method in which attacks are starting. It's important to note that these attacks are starting with phishing attacks, but can end in a ransomware attack or other aggressive malware infiltrating the network or the assets that the organizations are trying to protect. And bear in mind, when we're talking about small and medium businesses, these are sometimes low office with 10 people or 15 people. Sometimes cybersecurity really is not in their top of their mind, and not even in their awareness. So they're not even thinking about it. So when they receive an email with some kind of a link from an unauthorized or unrecognized object, they don't even think, they don't have their mindset with the current, with the I would say the appropriate awareness to know not to click this. And again, this also brings in front the topic of the responsibility of MSPs to really be those guardians to alert them about these kind of schemes, be responsible for cyber awareness training, and in general bring awareness to the risks that are just growing in terms of cyber.
And as they do that, the MSPs have got, I mean, there's the challenge around, I guess, establishing the right portfolio of cybersecurity solutions. But other than that, they've got other challenges around just sort of the financial challenges, logistical challenges as well. So I say we can maybe leave aside the technical bit for now, but what other things are going on business wise that just make it difficult for MSPs to maybe provide all that the SMBs require?
MSPs, like any other businesses, Guardz is really dedicated and engaging a lot, lives within the MSP community. This is our this is the main community that we live in. We work with them, we engage with them on daily basis, and we know that this community, first of all, like any other business, has a daily challenge of trying to grow their business, trying to expand their business, trying to sell their services to more and more organizations. So I think that's the basic, I would say, initial challenge that these organizations are facing on a daily basis. And afterwards, all the cyber challenges that I've previously described. The need to be, well, not the need, the essential, I would say, fact that they are the sole responsible unit for the security of these organizations puts them in a very challenging way, and we're trying to help them with that, empowering them to protect their clients with tools that can be more effective. We're streamlining and simplifying these processes in order for them not to drown under all the data that I've previously mentioned, and have the ability to provide them the state of mind, the peace of mind, sorry, and the control that they need over this vast amount of data, and over this, in the end, dire responsibility to protect these organizations.
And I'm wondering, bearing in mind the landscape that we've discussed, where does at the moment cyber insurance fit in within this landscape? I mean, is it still the responsibility of the SMB to have that, and then they can point and say, we've got this fantastic MSP who's got all these great solutions? Or is it the MSP that's kind of cyber insuring themselves and therefore protecting the SMB? What's going on with cyber
Yeah,
insurance?
Philip, so that's a very acute point. Cyber insurance these days really becoming an essential component of the cybersecurity landscape, especially as businesses face increasingly sophisticated cyber threats, which I've mention some of them. However, many organizations struggle to implement the necessary security measures, which often makes them even ineligible for cyber insurance quotes from existing providers. And this gap really leaves businesses vulnerable and unprotected in a rapidly evolving threat environment. At Guardz, we've recognized this challenge and approached it with a unique perspective. We have a deep integration in the insurance world, and this integration has provided us with access to real-world data on claims, past claim, and security incidents. And this insight has been invaluable in identifying the main threats that businesses are facing today, like ransomware, which you mentioned, phishing attacks, data breaches. And with this understanding, we've developed Guardz as a unified solution that bridges the gap between the robust security and the accessible cyber insurance. And by combining our expertise in cybersecurity with a nuanced understanding of insurance processes, we really we created a tailored optimized packages for our clients which are in that need. This really ensures that businesses, I would say, not only meet the eligibility requirements for insurance, which are sometimes complicated or sometimes need really, I would say, a clearance, but also strengthen their defenses against the very threat driving the demand for cyber coverage, cyber insurance coverage. So really, in essence, Guardz doesn't just enable businesses to obtain cyber insurance, it really empowers them to proactively secure their operations and really reducing risks and ensuring resilience in the face of modern cyber challenges, which is something that is becoming a more of an essential need.
Yeah, and we can't, I don't think anyone can have a conversation about IT these days without mentioning the two letters AI. And I'm just wondering what your thoughts are. Clearly, it's relatively early days in terms of where it might be headed. But in simple terms, do you think AI is going to make this cybersecurity landscape worse? I.e., is it going to give more power to the bad folks, and that will, outweigh all the good things that AI can give to folks like yourself and everyone who's trying to, protect people? Well, where does the balance lie, I guess, in the AI world?
Right. That's I disagree with one thing that you said, that these are the early days. We see hackers already leveraging AI for advanced, sophisticated threats in the past 2 or 3 years. Since the AI revolution started back in 2021, 2022, when OpenAI has emerged and changed the way we live. Sorry for the dramatic words, but AI really transforming the way everybody lives, work, and communicate today. And this is a double-edged sword, so to speak, because as much as we defenders are trying to leverage AI for more automatic detection and response, this is what Guardz is doing, leveraging AI for automatic detection and response on our platform, making the responses more precise and automatic, but also has a learning curve a long time to make it more accurate and more on time. But on the other side, as I said, hackers are really leveraging AI to their benefits. And we've already seen across the world researches and reports from various parts of the world of attackers really leveraging this technology in order to do that. I think that it was seen in a report how hackers are getting ChatGPT actually to write malware code without the attacker knowing a single line as a programmer. This is posing a brand new ballgame for the threat landscape, which will only evolve and evolve, and it already evolves, and we see it in attacks around the world. We have the ability, by the way, in Guards, we leverage AI also for, as I said, we as defenders are using and leveraging AI for defense and for security. So, for example, we're using AI for phishing simulations. We discussed a little bit about phishing and the importance of being protected against phishing. In our platform, we have ability to leverage AI to generate phishing simulations in order to create better awareness with the users and the employees of the organizations that is using the platform. Again, awareness is key, and we need to make sure that employees in any organization are cyber aware at all times. We are in the November shopping month around the world. It's a very good or bad, depending how you look at it, example or opportunity to remind anyone who watches us and to users around the world that hackers are leveraging these online shopping festivals for their own use. We have recently reported a few times to our clients to be aware of the shopping frenzy and make sure that you don't click on the links that you don't need to, open emails only from sources that you know. If you're getting emails about unrealistic shopping offers like you get an iPhone for 90% discount. If it looks too good to be true, it's probably not true. So make sure you're aware of that.
Okay, and bearing in mind all we've talked about, I'm just wondering how MSPs can sort of best respond to what we might say is a cybersecurity challenge at one level, but clearly a challenge for some people is an opportunity. So there's clearly a massive upside because as we started the conversation, many SMBs are saying we can't deal with this, we don't feel we're able to deal with the problem. Please, Mr. MSP, can you help us? So what is the opportunity and how can MSPs, I guess, best prepare themselves and arm themselves for helping the SMBs?
Absolutely. This is as you said, this is really an opportunity. As the threat landscape becomes more complicated, more sophisticated, and the fact that SMBs, small businesses especially, don't really have the human resources, the budgets, and the expertise in order to protect themselves, two things need to be happening. First of all, the cyber awareness, as I mentioned, must be greater, must be clearer in order for people to understand what are they facing. And MSPs must step up in order to be empowered and protect these organizations, reach out to as many small and medium businesses and offer their services. Because cyber security today is not something you just do out of other tasks that you have. This is a dire need for any organization, small, medium, or big. And we encourage those SMBs not to become a statistic, not to wait until they're attacked and say, okay, well, this will not happen to me, but if it will happen to me, I will try to do something. This can be very much too late. Don't wait to be attacked. Don't wait to be a victim. Being a victim is something that you can prevent with the appropriate protections. And MSPs that work with Guardz, for example, has the ability to offer this in an affordable way and bringing the comprehensive security that is needed in order to ensure that the businesses will focus on what they need to focus, which is their growth, their success, and not dealing with other risks, which the MSP and Guardz are taking care of.
Okay, and maybe just finally, I think I can't remember when we arranged for the interview, but since that time, happily, there's been some exciting news from yourselves. Not just obviously we're talking about the survey in the main, but you have announced an EMEA expansion,
Yeah,
which I believe is you're joining forces with Infinigate
Infinigate.
Cloud. So it'd be great to understand what the background to that, what this partnership
Sure,
means,
sure,
and
sure.
obviously
Yeah,
particularly how MSPs are going to benefit from it.
Happy to answer that. So we were very excited to announce this expansion. First of all, the Guardz expansion into EMEA. Uh, we are we were very focused and still very focused on North America, but we are very excited to announce this expansion also into the EMEA region through this strategic partnership with Infinigate Cloud, which is a leading value-added distribution specializing in cybersecurity and cloud solutions. And this collaboration is designed to empower those MSPs, exactly what we spoke about now, across EMEA, by providing them with advanced AI-powered cybersecurity tools tailored specifically for small and medium businesses, for SMBs. Again, MSPs really need to understand that they play a crucial role in safeguarding those SMBs, which don't have the resources to implement comprehensive cybersecurity measures that they need. So by integrating Guardz unified cybersecurity platform with Infinigate Cloud's extensive distribution network and expertise, really MSPs will gain access to a robust solution that offers automated threat detection and response capabilities. And this will enable them to efficiently protect their clients' digital assets across users, emails, data, and cloud applications, all from a single user-friendly interface, which we offer, which is our dashboard on our platform. And additionally, I can say, and well, we can wrap with this, this partnership provides MSPs with the opportunity to offer their clients tailored cyber insurance solutions. And we've talked about the combination of cybersecurity and insurance. So our collaboration with Infinigate Cloud really enhances MSP's ability to deliver cutting-edge cybersecurity, comprehensive cybersecurity services to SMBs all across the region, and fostering a more, I would say, secure digital environment for businesses in all sizes, which is basically God's main vision in life, which is creating a safer digital world.
Okay, it's been great to chat and find out, say, your thoughts from the survey and what's going on there, but also
I
obviously
invite I invite the viewers to go to our website to see the full details of the survey. They can find it there in guardz.com, all the details of the surveys, all the statistics, and also follow us on LinkedIn and other social media to get all the details that we provide to the MSP community. Everyone is welcome, of course.
No, that's great, and obviously the announcements within Infinigate Cloud is very exciting as well. So, Tal, really appreciate the time you spent. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Philip.